Why should I dress up? Am I dressing up for me or for others or for both? Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Bobby Angel with Ascension Presents, and today I want to talk to you about dressing up. Why should we do it? We're probably living in the most casual generation known to man, and I am all for living life in gym shorts and a t-shirt. I hated having to put on a tie as a kid, and I still do. Whoever decided that men especially have to stop wearing nice airy tunics and wear these confined suits, not cool, man. Literally not cool. But on a serious note, I was thinking, what purpose does dressing up actually serve? And I think we know that for a wedding or a job interview, we dress up. We take more time with our appearance. We look around and you can bemoan the fact that, yeah, we rarely change out of our comfy clothes. And, cultures change, they come and go. We've always cared about how we look. You can look to, again, headdresses, to battle armor, to the powdering of the wigs. There was always a sense of like the outerness reveals the inner person, and we want to put that best foot forward. Again, cultural expectations come and go, and it's interesting to see, like, for men, the return of slim suits and skinny ties and, stuff that goes back to maybe the era of our grandparents. So fashion can come and go here, but what's the deeper purpose of dressing up? Does it have a purpose? Do we need to reclaim it, maybe? On a word of caution, I think dressing up can always be kind of a peacock way of showing our wealth, our status, our prestige. Look at my nice suit, look at my nice watch. And as Christians, we have to be careful of vanity. We have to be careful of, again, showing off the things that puff us up, that take away from humility and can lead us into pride. There's an argument to be made for investing in nice things instead of just buying cheaper stuff to be frugal. You can make the argument it's better to invest in higher quality things that are going to last a lifetime. But the inner disposition, we've got to be careful of pride, of course, in what we're showing off about ourselves. So I used to hate when people would come to the house because Jackie would make us clean everything and make it all tidy and neat. And it was like, just let people see how we live. Why should we be embarrassed of how we live? And there's toys everywhere and stuff is disheveled. And then I had a moment, I don't know what it was, but I realized, you're not doing it to try to put on a pretense of we never have a mess in this house. You're doing it to honor the other person who's coming into your house. And you can enjoy each other's company without, killing yourself on Legos. And so the same thing with our outer appearance. There is a way of honoring the other person by taking the extra effort for myself. And that's kind of what I've been thinking about lately, how, we're always like, again, I should be able to dress however I want and trying to maximize casualness and comfort. And yeah, dressing up isn't always comfortable. But is there a way we can go the extra step for our appearance sake, not out of vanity, but as a way to honor the other person in the environment that they may be coming into? Maybe that, again, is my house. Maybe that is work. You don't got to get dressed to the nines to go grocery shopping. We also know there's some mental benefits for dressing up. If you're working from home, then even just, again, putting on a collared shirt or dressing up a little bit, from the waist up at least, can help a mental shift in productivity, can help you get into the zone more, or at least recognize, like, okay, this is a different space. This is my work space versus my house. That can help. Soldiers obviously know the importance of dress, the attention to detail. It can seem minuscule when it comes to your buttons and your boots, but it's the details that matter. It's the details that will gig you in the end. And again, it goes back to honoring the other person, putting your best self forward. And I see if that person is taking care of himself on the outside, most likely I have trust that he's gotten all these other things done. As a guy who's in the workforce, it's like, if that guy looks like he's taking care of himself, I assume he's also gotten the other jobs and tasks done. Versus if he looks disheveled, I can make a judgment, whether it's true or not, and say, I don't know if this guy's the right guy for the job here. And then some people say dress for the job you want, which in that case, obviously, be Batman. And the last thing I want to say is dressing up for Mass. Yes, God would rather you be at Mass in a burlap sack than not go to Mass at all. However, if we have the means to dress up a little bit more for Mass and we don't, then it kind of shows where our priorities are. I remember a priest in college who challenged a group of us, and he said, if you get more dressed up to go clubbing, if you get more dressed up to go out into the city than you do for Mass. Shows where your priorities are. And so if we have the means to put a little more effort into, again, what's going on in Mass, it's the Lord of the universe. It's God in our midst in the Holy Eucharist. Like, Jesus died for our sins, and I complain about having to put on a tie or a collared shirt. Yes, again, God sees the heart. He would rather you be at Mass than not be at Mass at all. But in Matthew 22, in the parable of the wedding feast, he does, the bridegroom does get angry at the guests who haven't put care and attention into their dress. You're invited to a wedding feast, and you can imagine a bride who was like, sees her husband just in his pajamas showing up for the wedding day. We need to realize the great mystery before us. And so again, if I can put a little more extra effort in, and now as a dad too, I want to model it to my kids, again, even if it's hot, even if it's inconvenient, with respect to climate and, different, cultures and dress around the world. It's really like, again, once my heart has been convinced of what's going on in the Mass, I should want to honor it by what I'm wearing externally. Yes, the Sabbath is for rest, and yes, I get it, wanting to be in your pajamas all day. But again, to honor the other people around you, and above all, to honor the Lord. So that's it. That's my message today. Consider putting a little extra effort maybe into dress where we've gotten a little too casual. It's a way of maybe helping your productivity. It's a way of honoring the other person in front of you, and I think it's a way of honoring God. Thanks for watching. From all of us at Ascension Presents, God bless.